it's quite easy to see how the dynamics of this World Cup is being set. Like FIFA are so corrupt. They are so corrupt they can't even hide it.
Clearly.
So there was no way Messi was leaving this World Cup.
So hapo unaona kuna
kuna vile
ile game.
Kuna vile.
Ile game. Ni kama tu game ya France na nini na Paraguay. Man, Paraguay didn't play football. Walikuwa wanacheza reso.
Argentinian player was in possession
if that
of
was a
the
foul. What about Mo Salah's foul in the penalty box?
That one, the biggest problem I have with that is that it was never called. Okay.
On the field.
Okay. But then the other one wasn't called also.
Yes, and the issue I have with that is just they review if even though they have to do that because it was caught.
Yeah.
They have to do that. But
they have to review, yes.
Yes, but the fact that the referee did not call, I'm having a problem with this referee, not
another
the VAR.
The alleged call that President Trump made to FIFA President Gianni Infantino and a suspension of an American player was lifted. But Belgium, protested the decision, but it was never reversed. And the US anyway ended up losing to Belgium. Now, people were comparing this to what FIFA did for Cristiano Ronaldo. Yes.
But that was in the qualifiers.
Totally
different.
It hasn't happened inside the World Cup. Yeah, so I think that's a justification that Americans were bringing in, saying it's not the first time.
Here's the thing, and I think that we'd have to go back and check the facts. This thing wasn't suspended. It wasn't. What did you say it was?
It was lifted. The suspension.
It was lifted, but they go ahead, Mika.
I don't know what you're trying to say. The thing is this, that it makes FIFA looks bad. Yeah.
Correct.
And there's no other explanation to it. And that is why right now Infantino is under pressure from all these other federations. So it's going to be a big problem. And it's really like the World Cup has proved to a lot of people that Infantino somehow has thought that he's also a world leader, like a president or something like that. So he assumes how he runs the thing. FIFA is corrupt. This World Cup was a corrupt World Cup. It was a World Cup that was promised to America after America prosecuted FIFA, and FIFA promised a certain amount of money. That is why they were able to charge these prices, and they had a justification because they were told, based on the value-based pricing in America, you can charge whatever is the market going for big games, and they equated it to the Super Bowl. Well, that's how they were able to charge it to charge those prices, or the SEC balls, or the college balls. So they had a justification. It's a market value. So if you ask FIFA, they didn't overcharge. But FIFA is known to provide football to the grassroots. This wasn't the grassroots. This was a money grab. So when it comes to refereeing decisions, we see it in the Premier League. We see it in the Champions League. Sometimes a player's reputation can owe a referee, and the referee can be favorable towards a certain player because of their reputation, how they are, or a certain team, right? They're champions, they're supposed to be this, so their referees will always, it's seen, there's some favoritism. It's human
Correct,
beings. Yeah. There's never 100%. So when it comes to the African teams, it's easy to discriminate against them, right? Because when they're playing a certain team, they're playing a team that has stars. There's a Hurricane, there's a Messi, there's a Ronaldo, there's a who versus, your biggest star is Mane, but Mane, Hurricane Mane, I know, I'll go to Hurricane, right? So there's that. Well, that bias racism, that old boy racism we just see inside certain people who I will favor people who look like me more than people who don't look like me. And then the regular corruption that's there, how does it look for money? Remember, these games are money. Remember when Portugal were kicked out and America were kicked out, prices went down.
prices went down, like when the US was kicked out, and I think also prices went down after Portugal
got kicked
lost.
out.
Yeah. Yeah, prices significantly went down. So clearly,
So there was no way Messi was leaving this World Cup.
so hapo unaona kuna
Na hii ilikuwa
Kuna
shafu.
vile.
Yeah.
Uone ile game.
Kuna vile.
Uone ile game. Ni kama tu game ya France na nini na Paraguay. Man, Paraguay didn't play football. Walikuwa wanacheza reso.
so were they trying
Alafu hawakupata yellow hata moja. France ndo walipata mayelo. Ile game yenye France walifunga pena ile ambayo France was supposed to lose that game.
oh so France was supposed to be bundled out of the tournament.
Yes. Like ebu angalia hiyo game. France walikula yellow ngapi? Paraguay hawakupata yellow hata moja. Alafu angalia zile but France walikuwa wanapigwa mangumi. Literally people were being punched. As in, it's quite easy to see how the dynamics of this World Cup is being set. Like FIFA are so corrupt. They are so corrupt they can't even hide it. The good thing is football always wins. That is the good thing about it.
Okay,
Football always wins.
Yeah, wacha turudi hapa kwa studio, Mubelwa Bandio is also on the panel, amekuwa mkimya kidogo akiwa pale katika kazi yake ya fundi wa mitambo. So Bandio, talk to us, what has your experience been in this American World Cup? Is it as you expected, disappointed, excited? But where are you on the excitement trajectory?
I think all of them is projected. Am I excited? I think I'm excited, not for the game though. Well, a little bit for the game, but more for what people are discovering. So I think it's more of a tourist side of it and cultural and what can I say, networking more than other stuff. Heading to the tournament, I could tell that there was not a lot of information in American media compared to, so I had to go to other places, Sky, BBC, Telemundo, at least to get some ins and outs. But as far as the game is concerned, I think yes, Africa, I felt like we did a lot, but imagine if we didn't have the number that we have. So the debate of number one, if you take Africa, we only had 10 teams?
10 teams, yes.
And then check the ratio of size and population between Africa and Europe Europe had 16. It doesn't make sense at all. So if someone is complaining about Africa having 10 teams, this means Europe, they were supposed to have at least 6 or at most 7, because whether you compare number of people or size of the continent, we're like double or triple what they have. So that was one. About the game also, I can see, which I'm not sure if you're going to talk about it, but there's this thing of losing the identity of the game. Now there's a pro and cons to that. We don't have samba soccer anymore because the Brazilian in a Brazil national team are pretty much playing in Spain and other places. So we lose identity. It's like there's CHAN and AFCON for Africa, right?
Yes.
You have Africa Cup of Nations, and then there's CHAN that only for local players. When you watch CHAN, you can see this is Kenyan style of playing because it's pretty much reflect their local league.
Their local league, yeah.
Okay. You'll be like, okay, this is Tanzania. Back then we were like, this is samba soccer because it's from Brazil. This was just long balls because it's from Germany.
Yeah.
Now, the so-called development of soccer now eliminated that. But what it brought in is teams that were not able, or there's no league to their country, like Iran, like Haiti, So that opened up for the diaspora to represent their country, which is a good thing. But we're losing identity of the soccer. So I'm watching from that angle. Even all the discussion we're having, whether it was BBC, Radio 1, Deutsche Welle, I was not only into what was happening here, but is what did we gain and lose by allowing, one, more numbers of countries to participate. Two, having diaspora playing. I mean, was that Netherlands versus France, I believe? Did they play? Netherlands was playing another team that the kid, two of the players, Netherlands, Morocco or something. two of the players had played to the national team of the opposing country, right? As under 20 or under 16.
Under 21, yeah.
You see, under 16. And then they realized, there's no way I'm going to make it to this national team. So, kwa France if I can be Haitian. I mean, it's like 90% of players in Haiti, they're all born in France from Haitian parents. So you have that advantage that having, so I was able to see the development of soccer business while we're losing soccer identity. And to me, that was something to catch. But as far as soccer is concerned, I think it was a little excited to see some teams doing stuff. Cape Verde did what they did. But also, I think VAR kind of screw up the game a little bit. Other than that, I was in history side and networking side. It was fun to see all these people, even people from so-called developed country, and they were here shocked about what was happening. I was like, oh my God, is this the mall? Naambiwa, kunywa juice is free. It's like, no, I don't have money. It's like free.
It's unlimited.
Yeah, it's unlimited. It's like, what?
You've paid for it.
Yeah. So, I think there will be a lot of things after July 19th.
Yeah.
We will look at so many things and, scoring, when you're going to go to the records, you're going to go to what would be who did what, especially when it comes to records. Who was the oldest player to score, the oldest player to play, the person who scored so many goals in a short period of time, who missed so many penalties. There'll be a lot of records. But I feel like the game in general was either overshadowed by scandals, bad VAR decisions, Mr. Orange Man
interference.
That was big one.
Corruption.
And corruption in general.
In fact,
one thing ambacho sijaona sana and I'm still working hard at nkalau nione is hii kitu naisikia kwa WhatsApp news network ya matokeo yamepangwa ili fulani yawepo. That are still bado. I feel like what people are saying.
Yeah.
But I'm watching like Game ya Misri.
Yeah.
I'm trying to get to nani alipanga nini, vipi, and how.
No.
Nahitaji mtu anisaidie kunipa execution. How can that be?
No,
planned?
for the Egypt game, Bandio, the officiating was just horrible.
Right?
It was biased. It was biased towards one team.
Okay. How can that be planned though? Let's
No. The thing is this. The brackets are how the brackets fell, right?
Mm-hmm.
You cannot plan the brackets how they feel. It depends on how teams are going to perform. So the brackets are how the brackets feel.
Yes.
But then when the brackets fall, there is a way whereby, let's be honest, Portugal had been knocked out the day before. There was no way Argentina getting knocked out the next day. Those two goals by that game, everybody knew going to that game Argentina was supposed to win.
Wait, and you think hold on, Mika.
Changed the script of the day.
Mika, do you think they knew because Argentina or
no, they knew because Argentina were better.
Okay.
Were the better team,
okay.
Right? Argentina are a good team. Argentina was supposed to win that game easy.
Okay. Yeah.
Egypt came with other plans.
Yes.
And those other plans had to be changed.
Tell me more.
Look at the officiating of that game. Let's just give
me like an incident. Tuzungumzie goal ambayo ikataliwa.
An incident, Zizou's goal, which was denied, right?
Okay, tell me about it.
3 phases of play had already gone. It's usually the rule is the immediate phase of play before the goal. Not 3
because Argentina didn't have possession of the ball, so that was extension of the ball that was won from a foul. So
okay, fine.
Yeah.
Even if you look at that foul, that was not a foul.
I would disagree with that, but okay,
fine. If that was a foul,
that was a foul because Argentinian player was in possession.
If that was
of
a
the
foul,
goal.
what about Mo Salah's foul in the penalty box?
That one, the biggest problem I have with that is that it was never called. Okay.
On the field.
On the field.
Okay.
But then the
And
other one
issue I
wasn't
have,
called also.
Yes, and the issue I have with that is just they review if even though they have to do that because it was caught.
Yeah.
They have to do that. But
They
the
have
fact
to
that,
review, yes.
Yes, but the fact that the referee did
And then-
not call, I'm having a problem with this referee,
Okay,
not
another
the VAR.
thing, Bandio,
Yeah.
penalty calls have to be reviewed.
Yes.
So regardless of whether the ref calls
Regardless
it or
of
not.
whether the
Yes.
ref calls or what, penalty calls have to be reviewed.
Yeah,
Okay.
but
That wasn't, hold up, that
Mhm.
wasn't reviewed. They didn't even look at it, they dismissed it. Yeah. What's his name? Zizou was making a clear run. He was punched. He fell down. They took over the ball and Lisandro punched him. Akamka chini, Lisandro akachukua ball and they continued with an attack for it. That was a clear red card kwa sababu ilikuwa akibit Lisandro, he was clear on goal.
Okay, so let's say, so let's say for argument's sake, I also felt there was a lot of biased refereeing, like
not only that match though.
No, not only
So
in that
officiating
match.
is the
Yeah.
problem.
Yeah,
So
there's been issues with
let's
officiating.
first agree kwamba
Yeah.
officiating kwenye his game
It has
ilikuwa
been a
issue.
problem, yeah.
It has
And
been a
I don't
problem,
think
yeah.
kwenye ile game ilikuwa way higher than other games.
No, in that game it was actually way higher.
Okay.
Argentina, you see, every 50-50 Bandio, Argentina were getting away with every 50-50. And that is what I said, reputation of the team and reputation of the players makes you get away with a lot of things.
Yeah.
Right? So Argentinian players could get walikuwa wanaingia kanyama wana get away nayo.
So,
Mtu wa Egypt
Mika-
akiingia kanyama anapigwa kadi.
Mika, do you think officiating ilikuwa bad kwenye last 15 minutes au kwenye 90
game.
or 75?
The whole game.
Okay, so what do you think it
officiating
was worse in the last 15 minutes?
And then it got worse in the last 15 minutes.
And how do you think or why did Egypt?
The one thing that made it actually worse in the last 15 minutes was that third goal. Iyo foul ya Mosala. That one. And then the other foul that was happened to Nani Hassam on the other wing. And he didn't do anything. Hassam alikuwa amelala chini. Remember, there were 2 shots of penalties in that last 15 minutes of the game. When a cross was crossed over, alikuwa amehang, anaitwaje Romero akampiga kumbo.
Yeah. Okay.